Rise, Ashen, Tarnished, Chosen Undead. Welcome Souls fans, new and old, to your next installment of the Dark Souls Remastered Platinum Guide for, hopefully, players of all difficulties and worst case scenarios, so there's nothing that I have that you will not have at any point in this run. So, we are about to go fight our way down to the Abyss, ready for the Four Kings. So yeah, let's just do a recap. We are currently at level 75. These are our stats. And we have the Great Sword of Artorias equipped. That's going to be important as we're going to fight a bunch of ghosts. Don't come past Firekeeper. On our spell slots I've got Heal and Homeward equipped, as we don't need to do any hidden body shenanigans where we're going. Recommend sending this lift back up just in case. And if you've been following along, where we're about to go is where we went on our first video to get a Firekeeper soul at the beginning. The only difference is this time we're actually going to go through the area. So roll down here, crash this pot. That will then get you to Transient Curse. So Transient Curse, we don't need it for this run, but we'll need it on the next run. Transient Curse applies a status to your weapon or yourself, which allows you to damage ghosts. The reason we don't need it in this run is because this Great Sword of Artorias that we made, this boss weapon, is cursed, and cursed weapons, you'll see it in the description if you look at the item description, cursed weapons are able to damage ghosts automatically, so we can bop these without having to use Transient Curse. So we're going to stock up on some Transient Curses for the next playthrough when we will not use this weapon because it's not strong enough. You can even use the Covetous Gold Ring to try and help farm. When they drop, there is a chance that they'll drop Transient Curse or their weapon. But follow the same pathing as me. The enemies are fixed locations. Well, they start in fixed locations. However, once they start moving and phasing through things, it's another matter. They do... Oh, we got grabbed. Get off. Come on, off you go. Stop it. I said stop. Excuse me, thank you. I said stop it. Right, with them dispatched, we now going to come here, down the stairs. Don't worry about that item, we don't need it, so we're going to ignore it. That will stop spawning at least one, possibly two ghosts. Once we get to the door, this ghost is going to come through the floor, pop, and start to sprint as you go around the corner, sprint again, and attack before it screams. You want to get the attack off on this one. That one is a Banshee. The Banshees scream, and that immediately alerts all the other ghosts to you. And then you're going to have a horrible time fending them all off. Through here, up the stairs. Don't worry about that item, we don't need it. Sprint here because some ghosts are going to start attacking through. Down the stairs, and what I like to do here, before I go through this door, we should have a couple of... There we go, there's one. Kill these two. and any that come through the door. And this is just going to make it significantly easier in the next part when you go through the door. Where'd you go? There you are. Come on. Here, Ghosty Ghost. Your stupid range. Okay. In here, to the left, you can see that wisp there. That's the cloak. We've got another banshee in there. So we're going to kill a couple before, because there is a lot in this room. Now it's safe enough to sprint and swing. Kill the banshee, kill this one, and because we've been a bit slower in this area, it's allowed, instead of up to 7 that spawn in this room, we only had to fight 3 in this room. So that's why we've been a bit slower. Go up the ladder, and now, because we've killed the ones down there, there's only up to 1 that will be in the wall. There it is. Whereas otherwise the others can float up. Double check, they should not follow you up here, but just double check. Lovely. And we're going to talk to this chap. And because we have the Lord Vessel, he's going to give us the key to the seal.
The 14 used all the dark wraiths on party all of if you
Talk to him again. Purchase item. Purchase resist curse. And there you go. Congratulations, wisdom of a sage. At this point, if you have followed exactly what I've done, you now have all 24 of the sorceries of the game and the wisdom of the sage trophy. So that is your 19th trophy, 20th if your lightning spear is maxed out. If you've been following me exactly, then yours isn't, it's on +3. And you'll be on 19 trophies, not 20. But there we go. No more sorceries exist in this game. Right, now we've got that. Slide down the ladder. Gauge where that ghost is, the one that attacked us before. Oh no, 2 of you. Plump. Playthrough 1, this is so much easier. On New Game Plus, they do so much more damage, and it takes 2 hits, not 1, even with a better weapon. Alright. Run along here, ghost in the wall. Don't worry about that, that's just a soul item. Drop down. Come out here. We're going to go up the stairs. Might as well grab this soul item. Keep running. And now we have the key to the seal. We can open this gate. And we can push the lever. Okay, that is going to drain the lower section, so we can now traverse it, which now means we can pull the lever. This lever, previously, if you haven't opened that, it will say either this contraption does not work or not available or something. Because it is submerged, now we've cleared the water, we can come down. Right. Now we're going to fight our first of a few dark wraiths. There he is, up at the top, you can just about make him out. Similar attack set to other enemies, so he's got a lunge, he's got a big obvious swing. Key point of note, chance drop of titanite slabs. I'm not going to, it's not guaranteed, so the only way I'm going to get titanite slabs is by defeating the stray demon 3 times, 1 in each playthrough. But worth noting that if you don't want to fight the stray demon, which is easy enough, then this is a farmable way of getting titanite slabs. Don't be... The item there is a trap. As soon as you get within it, this guy is going to attack. As you can see, mucho aggressive. Oh. Either parry or go for the backstabs, play it safe. They do have a wind-up grab attack, which we will see, I expect, at some point. Make sure to avoid that, as that, I believe, is a curse-inducing attack. Fog door, there are a few enemies here. We're going to walk forward and try and bait out the first of the Dark Wraiths. Nice big obvious parry window with the lunge. Thank you very much. We're then going to go left to fight another one. And then you can just see that big blob of an enemy at the end there. We're going to get some damage in while it makes its rather slow advance. Be mindful, it does have, I was going to say, a very long-ranging spear, which won't reach us here, but no, it even reaches that far. There we go. Now he's closer, stick to the side. Two-handed. The other thing he can do is spawn those red exploding head enemies, so just be mindful of that. That does not respawn, so you only have to beat it once. And just be mindful there. That's where one of the Dark Wraiths came from, the one that charged over. Here is the other one. So there's 3 in this area in total. Safest bet with them is just get round the back for a backstab. Humanity here. And what we're going to do is we're going to send this lift up, and this will activate a shortcut. There we go, lovely. Make sure that elevator goes up. If you're not comfortable sending it up and running back, then just ride it up and ride it back down. But you have to send it up to activate the shortcut. Right. Out the door, turn right. Follow the path round. Until we get to the stairs. Up the stairs, back on yourself, and here is a chest with the very large ember. We need all the embers to be able to get all of the item transmutals. Back down. And we're going to head back to that door. Yeah. Downstairs. Now we're going to head to the boss fog. What's this? Just contemplating whether we're going to fight the boss or go back to Firelink. I'll probably go back to Firelink because then I'll show you the route if either you die to the boss or if anything else goes wrong. Now we've opened the shortcut, I can show you that. Plus, you get to beat up a few more Dark Wraiths, and they're 1,200 souls each. Grab soul item, come around here. Be prepared, that was pretty much... Oh no, the next Dark Wraith is around here. By the well. He will come up from up there. There he is. I like to engage this one because it's not guaranteed. That's the grab. It's not guaranteed, but there is a chance that he will aggro when you go into the next room, and he will come up and he'll run up behind you and get a backstab, and that's not fun. Right, on the stairs, soul item, and in this arch there are 2 dark wraiths, 2 ghosts, and another one of those big slimy weird things. So we want to be very careful. We're going to come to the top of the stairs and we're going to turn back. We're going to see what we've engaged. 1 dark wraith and big slimy. Uh-oh. So as you can see, if I've hit and it's not a backstab, there is a reasonable concern. There you go, that's it spawning one of those flaming skulls. Two of the flaming skulls. And this one can't get through the door. We've got plenty of arrows, so I'm just gonna play it safe. This way I don't have to worry about it and Dark Wraith plus ghosts. You know, I've said it a few times in different videos. You know, getting mobbed by enemies is one of the biggest risks to your survivability. Okay, and that one won't respawn again. And trigger those. And let's find, there's the other Dark Wraith. And I'm just being mindful. Okay, so on your first playthrough, on New Game, Ghost not guaranteed. On New Game Plus, there's a minimum of 1 up to 2 ghosts in that door, and it's on that side of the door, in that corner there. Open the chest. For our Titanite chunk, we finally can get the lightning weapon trophy. Yeah, so I mean, we're actually in a good shape. We could fight the boss. However, might as well go back to Firelink. So the 4 Kings is a bit of a battle of attrition. We're going to go tank mode, and we're just going to try and do more damage than they do to us. So what we're going to do, we're going to rest, and we can kindle. Oh. Twice. There you go, the only bonfire that we're going to double kindle. So that way we've got a maximum of 20 Estus flasks. We're going to level up, and we're going to put a level into Vitality. And there we go, right. Now we have a shortcut, so the only thing we have to do is those dark wraiths, but we've beaten the big slimy things. So it's not too bad. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dark wraiths, I think. Send them back up, just to save us time if something does go wrong. And we run back, we're gonna fight 3 ghosts. No, 1, 2, 3, 4 ghosts. 5 ghosts? 1, 2 down here, 2, 1 at the left. 5 ghosts. Wow, that escalated. 3, 4, no 5. 5 down here, so here's 2. Up the stairs. Over to here. Pop you. That means you'll be spawned. Pop you. That's 4, and then 1 at the left. Yeah, 5. And then this is the lift that we sent up. And because we sent it up, it's now active, we can use it. So step off the middle, and then step on again to send it back. And just remember we've got 2 Dark Wraiths, 1 here. Come on. Seriously? There we go. Oh, that's what happens when you miss your parry timing. So always use your heal miracle if it's equipped before you drink Estus, when it's safe to do so. Save it, save Estus for when you have to heal while under duress. There is another Dark Wraith there. We do not need to go into that corner to aggro him. So as long as you don't go past where the door arch is, you won't have to worry about that one. Over to here, another one's going to come. There he is. Come on. There we go, we like the launch attack, nice and easy to read. Get this one so we don't get stabbed in the back. Pretty sure that item is red cracked orbs, so those are for online PvP. Ah, there's the ghost. Ow, how rude. Oh, that's far too early. Far too early. It's 2 heals. Where's the ghost gone? There you are. We specifically were trying to avoid having to fight you while we fought something else. But it's fine. There we go. Right. Enemies dispatched. Oh, there's the second ghost. How rude. It's fine. Right. Enemies dispatched. Now we can move onwards. So watch this narrow path here. Right. Important. Equip the coveted of Artorias. So this is what we got when we defeated Sif. This is what Sif was guiding. The ability to walk on the abyss. Otherwise you're going to fall to your death, whereas this will allow you to walk on the void of black that is the abyss we're about to go into. So make sure you got that equipped. And then what I like to do, equip, we're going to go full tank, fat roll and all, we're going to go full Havel set. As I mentioned, this is a battle of attrition. We've got, it's called the Four Kings because there's multiple of them. There is a chance that you can kill one before the next one spawns. That's the ideal, is you want to be killing them before you've got too many to fight concurrently. There is no sugarcoating, these are annoying enemies. They've got numerous attacks, they've got a grab which is pretty much unavoidable. They do ranged magic, they do shockwave, they do combos. You just gotta go for it. So once you're in, just walk forward, and you should fall into the middle. And because we've got the ring, cannot stress enough, must have this ring equipped, otherwise we're dead. And now, there we go. We're going to find the first one that spawns, start making our way. Once you get close enough, in this case shield up because he's using ranged magic. And because we have Havels, we have so much poise that, as you can see, despite the fact that we're getting hit, there's the grab, just mash the shoulder buttons and the right hand 4. If the grab gets you, it will reduce the amount of damage. But what I was saying is, because we're wearing Havel's big chunky armor set, oh, there's the second one. No, I don't want to attack the second one, I want to attack you. Where'd you go? There you are. Shonk. And all I'm doing is I'm just keeping an eye on my health. Once it goes down about a quarter, I'm going to fit a heal in. Still attack, because as you saw there, I got a hit off while it was dying, and that takes away from the total 4 Kings health bar. You can actually, if you get your attacks right, you can actually do the 4 Kings with a better weapon on your first run, where you only actually have to fight 3. Alternatively, you can do so badly that you'll have to fight more than 4, because they will spawn more than 4. Well, you won't have to. You only have to kill 4, but more than 4 can appear. Right, and as you can see with Havel's armor set, we are very defense tanky. Oh, we've got loads of time. Where are you? Come on. There you are. Excuse me, I'm drinking. Thank you. There we go. Nice and easy with Havel's set on. Much easier than trying to roll the attacks and anything else, and because I'm playing this with only a weapon that you're guaranteed to have available to you, as opposed to if we did this with the Black Knight Spear +5, then it would be a whole nother story. But doing this with a weapon you've only got guaranteed, we're doing it the tank route that we just did. So there is trophy number 20. Defeat the 4 Kings, 21 if you've got your lightning weapon maxed out. And that is the 4 Kings. So now we have all of the Lord Souls. That was the last one. So come forward, light the bonfire. And walk to Firelink. How are we doing on time on the video? Plenty of time, right. Good, I wanted to do the Black Knight farm at the end of the video so that you don't have to watch it all the way through. But first things first, so now we don't need the coveted of Arctorius. And what we're actually going to do, we're going to equip the Hornet Ring, boosting critical attacks. There we go. And we're going to put on back to our normal loadout set. So, at Firelink, level up, so you have 30 vitality. And got in my notes that you're not guaranteed to be able to do another level at this point, so we will not do that level at this stage, just in case. Repair. Right. And now, again, ignore Framped. we are going to roll past Framped. You sorry fool. That's why we don't. That's why we don't talk to Framped, because he calls us a sorry fool. Rest and offer souls to the Lord Vessel. And I just thought I'd put the Hornet Ring on, but we need to do the farm first, so we're going to just have to do multiple hits. Covetous Gold Ring, make sure you have at least 10 humanity in the top corner. That will max out your item discovery. What we're now doing is we're going to farm for the Black Knight arsenals. There are 5 Black Knight items we need to get for the Knight's Honor Trophy. We need to get the Black Knight Straight Sword, the Black Knight Great Sword, Great Axe, Halberd, and Shield. Conveniently, all of those are available on this route between here and the final boss. So, what we're going to do is do just that. While we're at it, what we should do is we're going to have a look how many chunks we've got of different colours. So blue we have 8, red we have 5, white we have 2. Now what we need is we need 12 white and 15 of the others. So 10 will get me to what I need. So then I'll have 15, I'll have 12, and I'll have more than 15 of the blues. So that means we're going to have to do this 10 times to get the chunks that we need to be able to upgrade our weapons. The reason we need less white is because we've already upgraded the Divine Man Serpent Greatsword to +7. So 10 times we're going to do this, which is also going to give us a nice amount of souls, and it pretty much guarantees the Black Knight drop rate is much better than some of the other items we farmed for. It's the highest of some of the rare item drops. So pick up, there you go. Black Knight Sword, Titanite Chunk. Don't worry if you don't get the sword, you're doing this 10 times, and there's 2 swords. There are 2 swords and 1 of each, and all of them have a chance to drop the shield. So do not worry if you don't get it on your first drops. So strongly recommend parry, especially once you've got the items, because then we can equip the Hornet Ring. But if not, if there's any one in particular that you find more difficult than the rest, just go for the backstabs. Oh, Black Knight Shield, lovely. The chunks are guaranteed. You get 2 normal and 1 of each other chunk on this trip. So the swordsman drop normal chunks. That great swordsman always drops red. The great axe always drops white, and then the halberd always drops blue. Pretty sure it's the ordering, if not the last 2 are reversed. So this is why I advised earlier that this is a moveset that you just want to get very familiar with. Why I advised you can use the Man Serpents as a way of practicing. You can use this as a way of practicing, however, they do a fair lot more damage. But hopefully you are more familiar with the moveset here. These 2, safest bet is probably to go for backstabs. Their moveset is different. Okay, that one is the one move that isn't different, but he's got a jumping attack, which you can parry. He's got a running attack, which is somewhat difficult too, and the jumping is timing sensitive. White, oh, and the Great Axe. Wow. Odds are I'm going to get all the Black Knight weapons on the first 1 or 2 runs. But that's fine, because you have to do this 10 times anyway, or at least 10 times, depending on what your other pickups have been like for chunks, because we need to get these chunks. And the souls are nice, so... There's a halberd, fantastic. So once you've done that, homeward. As soon as you get a Black Knight halberd, this is very important. So as soon as you get a Black Knight halberd, what you're going to do, at the Lord Vessel, you're going to reinforce. This is what those 10 Twinkling Titanites that we never spent, this is what they are going to be used on. So 10,000 souls. So hang on, I did ordering wrong. So what you're going to do is you're going to pop a single soul of the hero. I told you to keep saving this. This is why. 10,000 souls, which is the exact amount you need to get to max level +5 on your Black Knight halberd. You need 10 Twinkling Titanites, which we made sure that you had all the way back when we first got to Anor Londo, ready for this moment. There we go, +5. So hang on a minute. I've got the Black Knight shield. I've got the Black Knight halberd. I've got the Great Axe. I think I'm just missing the Black Knight Great Sword, because I've got 2 normal Black Knight swords already. Lovely. While we're here, because we also got our Titanite chunk, if you have not already, so that you can catch up with anyone that was lucky enough, Lightning Spear +3, upgrade it to +4, and +5 if not already done. If you've done this, you don't need to do it again. And there you go. If you haven't already got it, there is your Lightning Weapon Trophy, your 21st trophy. So now, anyone, if you were luckier than this playthrough and you got the extra Titanite chunk from Crystal Lizard drops, if you got the Lightning Weapon Trophy earlier than anyone else, or if you've been the same as me, either way, we're now all caught up. 21 trophies. Fantastic. Right. And with that, I can now swap to Black Knight halberd +5. And just to give you the reasoning why, let's just show you. So I've not changed the ring, I've not changed anything else. Just the weapon. Just making sure my weight is okay. And let's see the damage difference. One of the best scaling weapons available, especially with the level that we're playing at. Look at that. So 200, possibly 220 extra damage. Alright, and this is the Great Sword. This is the only item that I need. Just remember that you have to let them finish getting up and finish the recovery animation before you can hit them. And because I don't need the items from the other ones, I'm going to equip the Hornet Ring. The Hornet Ring boosts critical attacks, so that is your parry and backstabs get boosted damage, and is quite a significant damage boost as well. So this is perfect for any Black Knights where you don't need their Black Knight drop, just the chunks. Perfect, because the chunks are guaranteed. As you can see there, we went from 800 to 1,100 extra shield. We're going to get plenty of duplicates, but as long as we get the Black Knight Greatsword, all is good. But we need to do this. This is run number 2 of 10 to get the items. So Once you've got the gist of it, obviously you don't need to keep watching this video. Wow, you're being very, very nice today. Once you've caught the gist, just make sure, pick up the chunks. We'll drop all the surplus items when we're finished doing the runs. Don't worry about using heal over Estus, because this bonfire is linked to the Firelink bonfire, so it will give you maximum 20 Estus when you rest in it, so don't worry about wasting time doing heal. And off we go. Now we need to remember to put the covetous gold back on for the second enemy. We also get a very nice amount of souls from this. This is a very... So all in all, this is just a good run. Come on. Come on. I dare you to try it again. There we go. How'd that work out for you? Just ring back on. Top up my health. No. Hey, Black Knight Greatsword, right. That means we do not need the Covetous Ring, and we can just go through here one-shotting everything with the Hornet Ring. Fantastic. This is run number 3 of 10. So we can get all of the chunks that we need. We're also going to get our endurance up to 22 before we also then finish off our... Oh, rude. We're supposed to be one-shotting everything. Oh no. But the chunk... Okay, it's fine. We get more than enough normal chunks. Do not worry on that enemy. That is the one enemy we don't have to worry about. It's not going to run kill. That item there, in case you like the Black Knight armor set, that's what that is. It is worth noting that this enemy can fall down that gap, which is why I always tend to lead it a little bit higher up. Wow, 3 for 3. You'll be a gem. So you can see, even without the covetous gold, they are very kind, and they're, you know, this is, as I've mentioned, one of the higher drop rates. You're in the 12 to 18%, if I am correct. Feel free to correct me in the comments if not, or just ignore if it's not that much of a bother. So that's 3 runs done. I'm just gonna... you're going to be able to do this because you're going to have to do at least somewhere in the region of 8 of these runs yourself. So just get your endurance up to 22 when you can. Along this along this way. Ring. Does that change anything yet? No, 22, still not enough. Run number 4. Ah, too soon. Too eager. Come on. Make sure to grab the items because we need the chunks. That's why we're doing this run multiple times. Along with the fact that, you know, it's also, I think it's 10,000 souls for every time we do this. Is it 2,000 each? I'm not making that up. Nope, 2,000 each. So yeah, 10,000 souls every time you do this run. Not bad at all. Considering that after this, we are going to want 100,000 souls to do our boss weapon pre-end of game. We're going to get a whole bunch of trophies. And we're going to get the boss weapons all set to level 10. Well, the weapons we're going to convert into boss weapons to level 10. I believe. Quickly, frantically goes back to his notes. Either way, we've got a lot of weapon upgrades. Let's double check where we're at. 12, 9, 6. So yeah, we need to do 6 more. That will put us on to 91,000. So we might just... no, we can spend... At this point, you'll have a soul of a great hero, the same as I do. So we can just spend that rather than do another run. If you don't have a soul of a great hero, then just do this run to farm the souls to get up to 100,000 souls. And what we're going to be doing is even the weapons we're not going to be able to finish maxing out, the way that it works is you only need the ember to modify the weapon. Once it's been modified, you can then reinforce it anywhere. As you've noticed, we've done some reinforcements at the bonfire rather than at the blacksmith. So what we're going to do in this run is we're going to fully upgrade, well, half of the types that require a red. We've already done one of the 3 that needs a normal slab. We're then going to do one for red, one for blue, one for white, because that's all the slabs that are available to us. We're then going to dismantle that weapon back down to its normal plus 5 or 10 state. And then we're going to modify it again to its other form and get it up to plus 4, so the only thing left is the slab. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, we'll be doing it shortly, so don't worry. But this way, we're not going to need any more embers. We don't have to recollect them, so that's, you know, a big part of why this first run takes so much longer, is we've got to get all the embers so that we can do all the different types of weapon modification. Okay, backstab's not quite enough even above 1. That's fine. The other reason why it's good to be parrying like this is that is how we're going to fight the final boss, Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder. It is just so much easier to parry him and beat him that way. He has high combo attacks. He deals a lot of damage. Everything he does, everything he does with his weapon, is parryable. The only one attack that is non-parryable is a grab that he has. Also, his 3-hit combo, we're going to use a different shield for him. We're going to use a buckler type shield, which has a slightly better parry window. And what that means is his 3-hit combo, if you do miss the timing on the first, you can actually spam the parry button, and by the time you recover so that you do parry at the first available opportunity, it's perfect timing to parry his second attack. So he even gives you a bit of extra leeway if you do manage to get a hit during the first strike, the combo. Also, because we're parrying, how rude. Because we're parrying, we don't need to worry about rolling, so we can actually tank up a bit on our armor, specifically for the Gwyn fight. And that way we should mitigate if you do have to get hit while healing, if you miss timing on the parry, you don't have to worry as much, as we're still wearing relatively low grade armor at the moment. Well, it is some of the best lightweight armor options available to you, which is why we're using it. Because our weapon is a rather heavy one. I always like to be at full health for the great axe. If you do get hit by the jumping attack, oh does it hurt. Yeah, just because they're easy to parry doesn't mean we disrespect the amount of damage that these Black Knights can do. Oh, the one time I think, oh, you're definitely going to do that attack again. Of course you don't do it at that point. I think this is run number 6. As in, no disrespect to if you want to just backstab the last two, they do have the more estranged hitboxes, but it is good to get parry practice as well. Yes, that was 6. I didn't need to check because I know I said that I'll be at 91,000 souls when I've finished. So there we go, that's how we can gauge that. So 4 more to go. And like all of the farms, we only have to do the farm once. We have to complete the farm once, because the farm is either for items. Well, the farm is always for items, and then we'll take the souls at the same time. And once we've got the items we need, we don't need them again. So there's no farming in our subsequent runs, which is a further reason why they go so much quicker. So yeah, so this is 4 more runs to go, including this one, which we will end the video once we've done that. Again, key thing is make sure endurance is at 22 as part of finishing that run. So you're going to finish getting your items. So make sure that you've got 15 blue, at least 15 blue, 15 red, and 12 white chunks. Make sure you have the Black Knight Straight Sword, Black Knight Great Sword, Black Knight Great Axe, Black Knight Halberd, and Black Knight Shield. And then at that point, spend 1 soul of a great hero and continue to farm if needed until you have at least 100,000 souls. So, if all that's understood, then feel free, if you, well, you're welcome to obviously continue to watching me do this, but otherwise feel free to do your farming yourself and then join me in the next video. I might have to do my last 2 runs on a separate video because I'm just looking at the timer on this and we have to keep it under an hour. So yeah, I think it takes 2 to 3 minutes per run. Especially when you miss your parries. Charge. Yeah, so we should be able to finish this run and then we'll have to do 2 more runs at the start of our next video. I'm not doing anything off video because I don't want there to be any opportunity for anything to be hidden. You know, the whole point is that you can play along with this guide and have the exact same experience, if not a better one. That is the plan. With some variation in terms of how long it takes, you know, things like the bird farm for souvenir reprisals, the Challenger Trident farm, the Silver Knight farms, things like that. Well, the Silver Knight farm should always be roughly the same amount of time because we're doing a soul farm during that point as well, or we did. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you can have a very similar experience. Everything apart from your luck with item drops should be completely replicatable, and the item drops we're doing in a rinse repeat farm method, so that is also completely replicatable. So everything we do here is replicatable so that you can follow along. Oh, we completely scuffed that. Oh, how rude. So yeah, we only have a minute left on this video, so what we're going to do is repair, because that's what I always tend to do. We have 2 more runs to do, double checking. 2 chunk needed to get to 15 and 2 white needed to get to 12. So yeah, 2 more runs to do. We'll do those at the start of the next video. We'll then do all of our enchanting, enhancing and reinforcing, and then all we've got to do then is beat Gwyn and get our first ending. So we're so close to the end of the first run. In the next video we will complete our first run and the start of run 2, getting back to Firelink. So yeah, exciting. Hope you're excited. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I hope they're helping you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.